Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing? Questions, tickers on the comment box. We got a lot to talk about. Hope you had a good weekend. From my traders, ES just gave a freaking 10-point read. Did you guys hit it? We'll talk about it here. Again, welcome. We'll start in about 60 seconds, folks. We're live here on Instagram. We're also live on YouTube if you prefer that format, at Student Alpha. You'll get all these charts horizontal, so you feel free to follow me there as well. I also have exclusive content on YouTube as well about my background and all sorts of stuff. So I have content on YouTube that I don't have on Instagram. All right, we'll start here in just a second, guys. Let folks populate in. All right. Good morning. Happy Monday. First trading day of November the 3rd. Let's get into the report. I hope you had a good weekend. And let's talk about the S&P 500. So MES, this is the futures product of the S&P 500. Open price was 68.77, high day 68.19, low day 69.03, resistance at high day in 69.90. You see we've wicked into the 6,900 diamond, which I think is less consequential just because we've crossed it so many times. Support at low day in 68.50. We're long above the white line at 68.80. Look at this read that just came in. Man, this is beautiful. I'm sure a number of my experienced traders caught this. Price dropped in and held bias, the white line, crossed the VWAP for a positive signal. So this is a positive signal, another positive signal, and then here's the actual buy. And we look at that. 10 points of risk puts you just below this swing low for great protection. All right, so we'd go 10 points there and a 10-point take profit. And you enter that in a bracket. And that, folks, is how you make on one contract $250 in about 10 minutes. Multiply that out for the number of contracts that you enter. If you trade 1 to 2, that's $250 to $500. If you trade 4 like I do, there's $1,000 that quick. This is the kind of reads that you're going to get in my war room. If you click the link in my bio and come join my VIP, you'll get 7 days free. We will see this read again today in the war room. But it doesn't get any better than that, folks. It does not get any cleaner than that read. All right, so that was a pretty clean read. And it happened, started developing at 8:30, and the actual signal came at 8:50 and paid out at 8:55, so 5 minutes. Is $250 in 5 minutes too much money for you? If it is, let me know in the comments. Maybe we can find you a job that pays a little less, a little slower. You can't beat this for a side gig, folks. All right. But I digress. Let's get into the next one. The Russell 2000, that product is RTY M2K, has short bias, and the underliers RUT, if you know how to trade these. All right. So if you have questions or tickers, throw them in the comment box here. If making $250 is just out of question for you in 5 minutes, then let me know in the comment box if that's ridiculous. So, and that read pays out at about an 80 to 85% click. If you don't believe me, go to my Discord and look at how we track this progress. You can see how our trades work. Like we don't hide none of this. All right. I know. It costs, $199 a month to trade with me. You just paid for your month, more than your month in 5 minutes. So, yeah. All right, so the Russell 2000 open price 24.88, high day 2500, low day 24.84, resistance at high day in 25.40, support low day in 24.65, which was Friday's low. The bias is long above 24.88, so you can see it's basically compressed here. If we looked at it on the hour, it would be running flat. So it's flirting with bias right here. The daily is long. The next buy signal would be price lift above or drop below. But guys, we're probably in torsion. You'd have to wait on this buy signal. because of torsion, meaning that it's, in layman's terms, it's so compressed and go either way. We have other products that we can trade. That's why we trade multiple products. When one like this is not giving us the read, and guys, if you don't understand that, that's why you pay for leadership and mentorship that I provide in my Discord. How many times do I have to beat you over the head with the Discord talk before you come in there and actually start making money? All right, let's get into gold. A lot of you gold traders, I love trading gold too. So I'm going to talk about gold futures. If you're a spot trader, you just subtract 12 points from my levels. Open price, 4,000. And guys, for my traders, I put out every weekend in my Discord, my VIP, I do a metals review and forward look for the overall attitude of these metals. It's usually a 10 to 15 minute video, and it's money. And if you went and watched my video that I put out actually Saturday night, I usually do it on Sunday. I put out Saturday night. I'm not going to tell you I told you so, but I'm going to tell you right now I told you so. This is exactly what I predict happening if you watch my video. So you get to trade War Room with me, you get to interact, you get the videos I put out, you get the education I put out. All right, so subtracting 12 for the underlying. Open price 4,000, high day 4,039, low day 3,970, resistance at high day in 4,100, support at low day in 3,950. The bias is long above that white line at 4017. And so we're looking for longs above that. Our next long opportunity, guys, is going to be about 4025. So what would be even better is if we get a sell-off down to test buy or the VWAP into that long signal. That's just an extra layer of confluence. We see it happen all the time, but we don't have to have it happen. It just gives us a higher percentage chance of winning. So, and again, one of the things that I teach live in my War Room, folks. You know, I have a number of people who are like, I can't be in the War Room every day, so I don't want to pay $199. If you can come twice a week, so that's 8 times in a month, and you can make a couple $100. You've made now $1,500 to $2,000 in the month. So your cost to make that money is 10% of what you made. Think about it, guys. All right. Mean reversion levels in gold, guys, are 4,400 and 3,900. 3,900. I put that in a video for my guys. Silver for XAG, we are in backwardation. I'm not going to bother explaining it now. I've explained it crazy amount of times. So backwardation has implications. So you got to add 36 cents to the underlier. All right. Actually, this red line doesn't matter right now. So open price 48.23, high day 48.84, low day 47.80, resistance at high day in 49, support at low day and 47.50. The bias is sitting at 48.45. So we're flirting and testing with it right now, and it is compressed. You can see the white line is there. Our bias is just above it, but it's a bit like RTY in the fact that it is compressed. But I want to show you something. This is the FOMOC anchored VWAP, right? So we're going to use that for extra layer as a confirmation. Here was a bounce across the daily VWAP. This was actually a buy signal here. And I'm kind of looking for that again in this War Room. We're probably going to see some oscillation between these two VWAPs before it makes a decision. But I'm there to help you read it. That's why I'm there, folks. All right, platinum. But like I said, silver's doing exactly what I talked about in the weekend video. The best 15 minutes you can spend on the weekend. Weekend is for research, folks. You don't be lazy. Don't put some time in. All right. So, again, questions, tickers, still in there. I'll get to them in a second. You can be watching me on YouTube as well. If you prefer the better format where it's horizontal, at Student Alpha. Go follow and like me there, guys, because I have exclusive content that you won't find here on this shit station called Meta. All right. Meta can eat a dick. All right, platinum. Let's get to platinum. I hope the algorithm's listening. Yes, I said Meta algorithm. You can eat a dick. All right. Anyway, here we go. So platinum, I love swinging this for the underlier XPT. Subtract 18. Open price 15.71, high day 16.19, Low day 1560, resistance at high day in 1630, support at low day in 1550. The bias is long above that white line. We're dancing around it. We've been in this channel that I talk about on my video. So I only like buying discounts right now in this. I mean, if we see 1500, that is a buy all day long, right? The all-time high anchored VWAPs, guys, go watch my video. It's not by accident where that thing is sitting. Let me see if we can bring it up on this chart. Again, if you have questions or tickers, throw them in there. Do I have it? Okay, right here it is. This red line. We're flirting with it. See this? We get a daily close above that. We return to bullishness, right? It is just fighting with it right now. War between buyers and sellers. One thing I want to tell you about platinum, this is not all-time highs. It has not seen an all-time high. It's only seen a 25-year high. I think it has more upward potential than the other metals do right now. One of the reasons why I'll only buy discounts. Guys, I talk about all this in my Discord. All of it. If you're not in there, you're missing out. Links in the bio. Or my recent video. Comment the word VIP and you'll get the link. All right, so the NYMO NAMO oscillators, I'm going to make another video about this, guys. I have videos about it buried in my grid, but it's negative 17 and negative 16, not consequential until we get negative 60, but it's extremely reliable, extremely. The VIX has climbed to 17.5. It looks like it's probably going to cool off today. As long as we're in the teens, it is buying. When we hit 20s, it's selling. 30s is panic. You got to know how to read VIX. What is it? 30-day synthetic of the S&P 500. The VIX. Okay, so swing trades. I won't bring them up here just to save time. Tesla's at 455. Resistance is 490. Support's at 400. NVIDIA at 206. I think it's earnings this week. This thing could blast off, man. Like support at 199 and 175. Resistance overhead at 220. This thing could just keep going. So, I don't know. I called to buy at 90. If you didn't buy it at 90 with me, you're way late. And if you weren't with me when I called to buy at 90, stay with me. There's other things I'll call buys, like BBAI. Write that shit down. I'm buying it between $5 and $6. It keeps flirting with the level at 692, and I'm a patient fisher. It has to hit my level before I'll buy it. For anybody that trades with me in the war room, you know I don't spam buy and sell signals. It has to meet my trade plan and my certain conditions. It's why I'm so damn successful, because of the discipline. For those that don't know, I have 7 different black belts in martial arts. Discipline has been about my life, and it's why I'm a successful trader, and I try to teach you that in my war room. All right. QBTS, 37.41. Resistance at 40. Support at 21. And Ethereum, guys, is at 37.19. There's a lot of positive news. Yes, BBAI, Lugabo. Start buying that between $5 and $6. Stop loss at 4. Listen, if you want to buy Ethereum because of all the news about, how this thing's going to run to probably 10,000, your next buy support area is between 31 and 34 where we're headed. It's currently at 37.19. Resistance overhead's 5,000. Once we clear 5,000 and hold that, it will be support as we step up 1,000-point differences. Many experts have this at 10,000 on this cycle, but their next buying opportunity is around 3,100 to 3,400. Really clear and clean support there. Starts at 3,400, right? If you want to learn this, guys, I offer a money-back guarantee on my course. I just sold another course this morning to a gentleman who joined our Discord and who is serious about making money for himself. I don't have anybody on this Discord or in my Discord or on this live who hasn't bought my course and who is not successful. Invest in yourself, folks. All right. Join my Discord. Let's see what questions you have. Just straight spit and truth today. I'm in that mood. Low tolerance for bullshit. I hate this platform, by the way, but I do this for you guys. I fucking hate Meta. But here I am. That's how I got to reach out to you guys. Let's see. See what questions you have. Glad you guys... Listen, your consistency will pay, folks. Scrolling through... Man, you guys don't have many tickers for me today, huh? Tamil loves you. Crypto payment for VIP. Don't have a credit card. Any considerations? Yeah. So the problem with that, bro, is we don't have the automations set up for it, right? For getting you in and getting you out. If you're in our free Discord, tag Harsh HK. and he's my admin. I'll put it in chat there. Tag him and see what he can set up for us. All right. Yep. Cranking back up, Jesse. You're going to see that when we're in backwardation. I mean, look, hey, look, guys. Silver's going to give a signal. Look at it. So we're sitting here. Look, VWAP cross, bias cross. That's your buy signal right here. 40 cents. I paid 10 cents already. You're a little late to it, so you want to find the discount. It's going to be right in here. Probably around 45. Keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, the beta's high, so you're going to have to go half leverage, wide brackets. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get in my frickin' war room, guys. I do this for everybody there because I do it for myself. Joe, you bought it at 90. You're an absolute savage. My stop loss right now is 150. I've locked in 50% because I'd like to hold this long term. As it continues to climb, I'm going to go to about 199 and hide behind the psychological price of 200. So something you can do too. If you need help fostering that, reach out, bro. All right. Good. Do I trade SLV? No, but a lot of my traders do. And the calls that I make, Lugabo, work on that. That is the silver ETF, right? Based on the underlying of XAG USD. Works the same. No problem. Got a lot of people to do that. Just because I don't personally trade it does not mean that my calls don't work on it. Right? Just like my ES calls on the S&P 500. You can trade options on my calls. I'm not an options trader. My leverage product of choice is futures because you don't have to deal with all the fucking Greeks, right? It's a lot more simple in my mind. I'm not saying that guys can't trade options, but I don't like doing that much math. And there's a lot less you have to deal with. And futures offers a lot of tax benefits. You know, when you're cranking out $1,000 to $5,000 a day, that adds up at the end of the year, and the tax man cometh. So I prefer not to pay that son of a bitch a lot of money. All right, let's get to my pre-market volume leader. And then I'm going to go help the folks that are willing to take a shot at my war room. Consider doing it, guys. All right, my pre-market volume leader, I have traded before, and I've actually traded it at these exact levels. Identical. This happens often. All right, so PHIO is a pre-market volume leader with a move up of 200% at the time of my report on a positive drug trial news. Go read it and understand it. Previous day close was $2. Pre-market high is $4.75. That's where we're going to set our Fibonacci's. And I trade this differently than I do my futures products, guys. Right? This is not how I trade my futures products. This is a specialized skill. All right. Anyway, my area of interest is this green box, and we just entered my area of interest, which I'm pretty excited about. It might be tradable. My area of interest is between 330 and 380, about a 50-cent area of interest. I'm looking to hunt 10%, but listen, go look at the latest news. Analysts have this price target to $14. One thing that we're going to do is we're going to jump out on the wider time frames. And one thing I check for is these gold S's. You don't like those gold S's when you're looking to swing one of these because that is dilution, folks. That kills the price potential of the stock. So if you go up here and you see, holy cow, look at this. The price, if I buy it now, it could go back to 6 million. Look at that number. 6,400,000 some $1,000. It'll never see that fucking price. That is back calculated due to the multiple splits. These companies burn cash like a drunken sailor on a furlough, right? So I think its upward potential is stifled. So I look at peaks post split. So this was the last time I traded it here. And the last time I traded it here, it hit $9. So it could have that potential today. Okay, it's got upward resistance where we hit pre-market, but $9 on stupid movement would be the upward potential for it today. This is not a scalp to swing. This is not an endorsement for a scalp to swing, guys. Disqualification price is sub 275. I'll put that in because, guys, the folks in my war room get to see this chart, this thesis, and know exactly what I'm thinking. All right. Well, I'm out of free time, folks. You got to pay to stay with me over my VIP. You guys have a good one.